All right, y'all. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Ms. Entertainment. I am your president of the Real Ass People Society. So, welcome to the Power Hour. We are live every Saturday at noon on Terradome Entertainment Radio, where we play the best hits from old school to new school hip hop, R&B, and more. So, go to terradomeentradio.com and click on the Listen Live button or tune in on TuneIn or Live 365. And if you don't catch us live, you can catch the replays on terradomeentradio.com or on all your major podcast apps. And of course, I'm not in the place alone. Let me introduce my Chief Entertainment Officer, DJ Talented.
What's going on, people? What's going on? I'm full of energy today, man. I ain't work last night, so I'm good. But as I say all the time, it's better to be above it than under it. You dig?
All right. Well, I thought you'd only get you some little claps, but all right, moving on.
I already got my claps on. Catch up with the program.
You know I'm gonna do some more claps. Anyway, first time in the studio, Miss Jamacia J.
Yes, it's nice to meet you guys. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so glad to hear that. Well, to see you too.
Thank
See
you.
and hear.
Thank you.
And our family member back joining us once again, Mr. SeVIIN.
Indeed.
Woo-woo. So, how was you guys' week? Let me start off right there. How was the week? Because I know somebody was having some problems.
Yeah, my week was really shitty.
Listen. My week was beautiful.
Well, good.
Mhm.
Mine was busy. It's just never ending. How we doing today, Mr. SeVIIN?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I feel fucked up right now. But I'm alive, so I can't really complain.
Hey,
too much.
that's right. You're above ground, not under.
Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah.
So, Miss Jamacia J.
Yes.
Now you're from Atlanta,
Yes.
born and raised.
Born and raised.
All right. So you're a singer.
Yes.
How long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I was 3 years old. My family has pictures of me singing in the church because my grandfather built his own church. And I was
Wow.
singing there. Yeah. Yep.
So it's been a minute because you're 20.
I'm 24. Yep.
Yes. So okay.
Yes,
So since
ma'am.
3 years old, that's a lot.
A lot.
So you've been performing. So tell me about some of your greatest performances that you've done.
All of them. I'm just
If you like your top ones that come when you say, yeah, I done this, what would come to mind?
I did a talent show at my college at Georgia Gwinnett College about a year and a half ago,
Mhm.
and I won. And
Congratulations.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I think it was the best feeling because my family were there. They were crying. And then after, it was people coming up to me telling me that how I touched them and how I impacted them. And at the time, I didn't realize it, but I had to do the self-work.
Mhm.
And when I did the self-work, then I realized my purpose, which is healing people through music. And so with doing that, I was like, let me get out here. Let me stop playing. Let me get out here more. And I just been putting myself out there. I be nervous, but I do it.
You got to do it
I have
because
to.
I always say, y'all, well, he's heard me say it. Talented folks, stop being selfish.
Yeah.
And share your talent with the world.
Yeah.
We want to hear you. I think you have a responsibility to share your gifts with the
Yes.
world. People want to hear it, so why not?
Right.
So, and this goes to both of you guys, and I'll go to you first. What or who inspires you?
Who inspires me? I would definitely have to say my auntie Marquila.
Why?
Because she's been through a lot. Like, she's a cancer survivor. She survived her house being torn down multiple times through the
Oh, wow.
hurricanes and stuff. And like, she's still, every time I talk to her, it's just positive energy. That's why every day, like when someone asks me how's my day, it's not perfect, but it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my motto. Like, it's not perfect, but it's beautiful, because nothing's going to be perfect.
Not at all.
Nothing's going to be perfect, but it's beautiful
Mm-hmm.
because it is.
It is, and you're here.
And I'm here.
And each day you get another chance
Yes.
to make it closer to perfect.
Yes.
How about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
SeVIIN. Now you've been doing music. Now let's talk about you. You've been doing a lot for a long time, but you've been more behind the scenes, and now
Yeah.
you finally pushed through that and got in front.
Yeah, it wasn't really a push. It was really like I didn't really have a choice.
Well, somebody
But,
was pushing your ass,
Mhm.
whether you know it or not.
They believe in you.
But no, my background it's crazy. It's identical to hers. My grandfather owned a church in Brooklyn, New York, and my mom was the choir director there. So that's why I got basically the foundation of everything, like with instruments, harmony, harmony notes and shit like that. So I learned the technical side about it first before I've actually gotten into the writing. You know what I'm saying? And the writing came from the poetry. I used to sell my shit in high school to people so they could bet girls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's how
I didn't know that. That's
Wow.
new.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did
Yeah.
poetry.
That is dope.
Yeah, but that's how it turned from that to this. So that's why if you say one of my songs, you would just read the lyrics, it'll sound exactly like a poem.
Mm-hmm.
It won't sound. It won't. You won't be able to read it in the form that even I wrapped it in. You'll be able to look at it like that nigga wrote a poem type shit. Like so. But in terms of inspiration, I don't really have no inspiration for real. Like I mean, the biggest inspiration I got right now is just struggle I'm having with myself right now. Like from being who I am and not going back to how I used to be because I feel like it's getting harder for me. I don't know why. It's just in more recent times, it's getting harder for me not to revert back to foul shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't even mean foul in the sense of like me doing dirty shit. It's just me not having any more self control and just letting loose for real. Because like I said, it's been a real struggle. People are funny and people like to play games, and I'm not a game player. So I've been really having an internal battle. So that's like with this performance and shit coming up, like that's what's motivating me to do this, like to keep my focus on something other than, just losing it on people right now. So
No, we don't want you to lose it on nobody. We want you to be here.
but I mean to tell you, I've been tried this week, and it's funny because I'm sick, right? But I've been tried this week more than I've ever been tried in my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's bothering me the most. Like
I look at it, I guess it's still just my perspective. I think it's a mindset when you look at it because the devil at his biggest when you got some shit around the corner. He's at his biggest. Like, nope, I'm gonna bring you back. But if you keep fighting through that.
No, I'm trying to tell you that. I'm slick losing that battle.
No, I don't need you to lose that battle.
Anytime I have problems with like people, I always say like they have the problem. People have problems. Because I can't allow anybody to change how I'm feeling on the inside. Like I'm the one who set the tone in the room. Whether you on it or not. Like I set the tone. And I'm gonna set the tone for myself too.
Right. It's just like
I agree.
It's like, okay, so I guess like when you think too much, that's the problem. Right? Because I know the parameters of a lot of shit and the fact that you're doing this, and I know you shouldn't be doing this. You know you shouldn't be talking like this. It kind of makes that's what makes me upset. It'd be the intent, not the actual thing. It'd be the intent. Like, who the fuck are you? You see what I'm saying?
But then they know how to push your buttons, right?
But see, they thought they did, right? Because I haven't reacted on anything yet. Okay, but I'm just saying.
Give them claps on that. So that's huge what you just said.
Yeah.
That is huge because you're not giving them the power. You still holding on to the power because you didn't react to that bullshit.
My social media presence, everything's been dead lately. Like I haven't posted anything. I haven't said a word.
Now we do need to get into that.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm trying here. You know what I mean? But it's a struggle.
You doing it because you just showed that you are more mature and you doing the self work.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Like you should definitely be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud, and people should be happy they still walking around here good. You know, because it can get real bad real quick. But that's right. As of right now, that's what my motivation. I don't really have, a lot of supporters because nobody really know what I be doing for real. You know what I mean? So it's not like I can say, how your people know. Like my mom's know what I be doing, but she know I've been a musical nigga since a little nigga. But I don't really have a lot of people on the outside that really know. They just hear a lot of the shit that I've done with other people or done for other people and be like, yo, that shit's dope. And I enjoy that. That's good enough for me, just to see that someone else is enjoying it. But I never really felt the need to be that guy,
No,
well,
I feel that.
Sometimes it's okay to motivate yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have all kind of forces
coming
against you.
Yeah.
And the fact that you still stand tall
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
You should be proud of. Take the little wins.
Yeah.
It's okay. Accept those little wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accept those little wins.
They
It's
matter.
good. It
all
matters.
Yeah.
It matters. It builds upon you as growing
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
your character. And
Yeah.
he's like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Because
Yeah.
when you react, you give them the power, and that's what they're looking
Yeah.
for.
You're releasing your power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you react, you're giving them your energy.
Yeah.
But you ever stop and wonder, like, like they want that reaction? Do you ever wonder if you gave them what they wanted, how bad they would actually want it?
They don't care sometimes. It's all about them getting you to do what they thought they can do. That's their control.
I mean, like, all right, so let's say somebody's fucking with me right now.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I want you, like, let me fuck alone. Keep fucking with me, because you want me to react.
Mhm.
What if my reactions go too far? Was it really worth it? You see what I'm saying? Like, was it really worth you fucking with me?
Was it really? How about forget about them? Was
Yeah.
it really worth you?
But see, that's the fucked up
Reacting.
part of my thinking. It kind of is.
Not when you actually when you're in that moment, but when you actually sit back and then the repercussions that come
Yeah.
behind that. When
All right,
you really
so-
look at it, it's
so
like,
I'm
was it
a-
really worth it?
I'm gonna be always transparent
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
I know I just met you, and I know you probably gonna think this is a nut ass nigga when I
No,
say
you
this shit.
good.
All right. So, a family friend, I stabbed him a little while ago. Not a little while. It was some years ago. I stabbed him. Right.
Whoa. That's I don't know if I'm ready. All right.
No,
With
I'm
him, always be ready.
I'm
gonna just be
All right.
public with it. I stabbed him, and because he called my mother a bitch. And the one thing I don't play about is my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I would die for her. I would kill for her. So, after everything was good with the trial and everything came out okay. We ended up working the same job, and he was all butthurt, like, "Oh, yo, son, why did you do that? Why did you try to kill me?" And I told him to his face, like, if you say that shit again, I'll leave you dead right here. Like, you lucky you didn't die that day. I will leave you dead right here. I don't feel shit for that, right? Now put a pin in that. My brother got into it with my mom's. He called her all kind of fat bitches and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you think I should do to him? He knows he was there. So what do you so at that point, what I'm saying is I don't feel no remorse for stabbing that nigga, right? And I wouldn't feel no remorse for turning this into a Cain and Abel situation. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me put it a different way. You have kids, right?
Right. And I want them to be the same way.
You have kids. Let me finish.
Okay.
And you stabbing, and then what if something didn't go your way this time and you end up in jail?
But see,
But
that's the
for
thing.
the rest of your life, and then another nigga raising your kids,
But see, that's the thing.
you would care.
Nah, but see, that's the thing. And it sounds a little off balance. But my belief and faith in God has always made my reactions justified. Right? Now, mind you, I didn't react to this yet. I'm gonna be clear. I didn't react to this yet. Right? I reacted to that shit with Terrell because that was us on the spot thing. With the shit, my brother, I didn't react to this yet. I haven't said a word. So I've been mute to the whole shit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to react, but I haven't decided how I'm going to react. But see, that's the thing about it. My reactions have always been justified. They've never been stupid, right? So all I'm saying is him crossing that line, an uncrossable line in my life, an uncrossable line that I've been standing on for my entire life. To sit back and say, you know what? I'm going to let that go.
So
Does not sit right with me and would never sit right with me.
let me ask you this then. What did your mother say?
She cried. She boo-hooed, cried. He said she was dying. He said a whole lot of fucked up shit.
No.
I just gave you the little bit. He said a whole lot of fucked up shit.
What did your mother say when you stabbed that other guy, your cousin, and then you got in trouble behind that? What did your
Of
mother
course, she was worried. And I told her, don't worry about it. And that's the thing about it. I don't move. I don't make moves that aren't justified. I don't do random shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not justified for you, but in the eyes of the law. Now, I agree because my mother's not here.
mhm.
So I understand the love you have for your mother. I
Yeah.
wish she was here that I could, be that for her. But at the same time, I know that she wouldn't ever want me to get into trouble over words because her life wasn't in danger.
Right,
We talking about words, right?
right.
Words do hurt. But is it justified to go to jail and you got kids that's not going to be be there for you, or you're not going to be there for them. Because when those parents are, especially you're a good parent, and I know you're a good father,
Yeah.
when you're not around, a lot of shit happens when those kids are not, when they don't have those good parents around.
But
And
see,
you
that's
wanna
provided.
be there.
Yeah.
That's provided I do the same shit I did with Buddy.
Don't worry about it. No.
That's provided I do the same shit I did with Buddy. I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm saying there's going to be some retribution, but I just don't know what kind yet, right?
But that's,
Well,
I get it, but make sure that
I mean, I don't have
the
to kill Buddy.
punishment is justified for in the eyes of the law. How about that? And you think about your kids.
Is this a topic that you're going to go with?
No, you got it too. So I'm just saying.
Okay, no, because if you want to be clear, in the eyes of the law, you got the guy Travis Rudolph. You know him? Okay, Travis Rudolph is a football player who shot 38 times and killed a boy, right? His girlfriend got mad and texted her brother and said, come shoot this nigga shit up. Those were her exact words.
She should have went to jail too.
She called her brother. Her brother brought 2 other niggas there with him.
Mm-hmm.
They went to his house. They beat on his brother. They jumped his brother and threatened to put hands on his mama. He went in the house, got an AR-15. When he came back out, they started running, but it was too late for him. He started spraying. He shot 38 times and killed the buddy, and they tried to take him to jail for first-degree murder. He went to trial, got off. The girl that did that, never got arrested. The boys, her brother who brought all them niggas over there, never got arrested.
See, the law is funny.
So when you talk about the odds of the law,
remember we are black.
Now think about what I'm saying here. Think about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What he did wasn't stupid. It was a justified reaction for the situation.
Because they were trying to kill him.
Exactly, right?
I get that.
Right. So but my whole thing, in the eyes of the law, for him to shoot 38 times, in the eyes of the law, and when you go get your concealed license permit, right? There's the rule of threes. 3 seconds, 3 feet, 3 shots. That's all you get in order to have a justified kill, right? Anything beyond that is a first-degree murder, right? So you got to keep that in mind. So in the eyes of the law, this nigga shot 38 times. Oof. 5.56, mind you, right? Killed Buddy. Never mind they came over there. Never mind the girl sent the text that said they gonna kill his boy or shoot his shit up. Never mind they sat there and they jumped his brother. Fuck all that. No. He came out the house and shot 38 times. That's all that matters. That's a first-degree murder. Right? So what that trial showed me is what I've been saying to you guys, for the past 5-10 minutes. What he did was justified. Regardless of what the law said, it was justified. And look at the outcome. And now I'm not saying that I'm gonna just pull up to this nigga's school and get to spraying his shit up. I'm not saying that. I'm saying my reaction would be justified though.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It would not be stupid. It would not be careless, and it would not be over the top. But it would be justified because I'm not gonna let it slide. But that's what I mean when I say like people push certain buttons on you. And you're expected not to react. I don't understand what a proper reaction to this would be.
How old is your little brother?
He's 30. I'm 30. I'm about to be 34. So he's 32. So he's a grown ass man, right? Talking his way to his mom's, right? What is a justified reaction for that?
I definitely think that you should address it, but I also think that you should ask, like, what's going on deeper that made that stuff come out your mouth? Because it might not be directed toward her. It might be something else, but he took his anger out on her.
So it could be an apology can be that one thing that would just, and I know he's still dead ass wrong. I get that. And I get how you feeling because that's your mom, but I agree having a conversation and then evaluating what he say and how he say it, then maybe he does, deserve an ass whooping behind that, or he could be, I apologize, I shouldn't have done it, and I and all that, where I won't do it again. It's possible. It's possible. But I know you still saying no. He's still gonna get that ass whooping.
Yeah,
he gonna be like,
honestly, I don't even give a fuck what his reason was. I don't. That's why I know
you still saying he can still gonna get that ass whooping.
I don't care what he's feeling inside. All that shit was unnecessary. My thing is like, if I ain't fucking with you, like saying we get into it, and I'm not fucking with you, before I sit here and start diving on you on some real fucked up shit, I'm just not gonna talk to you.
But everybody ain't built like that.
But see that, and exactly, and see that's the problem, because when shit like this happen and you cross a certain line that really has no right way to handle the situation, like you actually put yourself in this position. So at that point, what am I supposed to do? It's no longer on me. You see what I'm saying? This is no longer on me. Like you put yourself, you box me in the corner.
Can I ask a question though?
Mm-hmm.
So when it happened, you said that you take a break and you get silent and then you come back to it. When you take that break and you get silent, do you actually evaluate the situation and like run it over and be like, okay, all possible, roads that I could take with this? Or are you seeing it from one perspective? And then it's like when you react, you like, all right, I seen it from this perspective. This is the perspective that I'm coming from. This is the one I'm staying with. I haven't seen all perspectives. Like,
okay, so I'm a kind of nigga you could talk to about anything, right? You can always talk to me. But if we get into it, it's because you have a problem, right? I don't want to have a problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fall back until you've calmed down. And then
but if you calm down too,
as long as you don't violate me, I'm not even on it like that. You see what I'm saying? Like you can be mad at me, nigga. You get on my motherfucking nerves. You can be all that, right? I'm cool. As long as you don't violate me, I'm not gonna violate you. So, all right, you know what? You're a little uptight right now. You going off right now. I'm gonna fall back before you cross a line that I can't come back from, right? So I'm gonna let you have that. When you calm down and you realize that all that shit was really for nothing, you're going to reach out. But if I mean something to you, you're going to reach out and you'll be like, yo, B, let's have this conversation. And then we can talk about it and be fine. You see what I'm saying? But once I'll be like, yo, I'm not really on that. Well, nigga, fuck you and your dying mother. You leave me no choice. Where do you want me to go from there?
That's that line right there.
Where do you want me to go from there? Because then it's all gloves off. Now I don't even want to talk no more. Now it's trying to get fucked up. How I'm gonna fuck you up is going to depend on where I got you. You see what I'm saying? And that was that situation. You see what I'm saying? Like she didn't warrant that. You see what I'm saying? So him crossing that line, where does that put me and where does that leave you? Like if you really think you're gonna be walking around here being able to say that you did that and there was no repercussions for that, you're fucking retarded. Like it's not gonna happen. So
we're gonna have to think on this and pray. I still don't want you to get yourself in no trouble.
Yeah.
I'm not
that you can't come back from.
I'm not even saying I'm gonna put hands on this nigga. I'm not even saying what's gonna happen. I'm just saying something is going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Regardless of whatever it is, I still want you to be able to come back from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, I got something I can say that, but I'm not gonna say it on.
No. Let's get on back to the music. So we got a showcase coming up September 16th. Woo-hoo. Gotta get a cap on that one. There we go. Yeah. And you guys both have a set on there. So you're performing several songs.
Yes.
So tell me, first, what's gonna be your opening song?
Oh, I honestly haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided.
I'm still figuring it out.
Well, we're gonna help you do that.
Yeah. But if anything, it's going to be Moving Cool.
Moving Cool.
Outcast.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. Do you write your all your songs? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm actually working on my first project right now, and I'm going to be singing that song at the showcase, and it's going to be released later in the year.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Right.
So out of your songs that you're performing, what's the one song that really speaks to who you are?
I will have to say my original song.
Okay.
I will have to say my original song because it has a message. So the title of it is Are You Okay? And it's based off of not just checking in on yourself, but making sure that you check on other people too. Because people be quick to be like, you be like, are you okay? And they be like, yeah, I'm good. Then you always have to ask the second time. And when you ask the second time, you got to have that eye contact and be like, yo, like, are you really okay? Because they're not going to tell you from that first, oh yeah, I'm good. They're gonna hold it in because people are used to people asking them if they're okay, but they're not used to them really deeply asking them like, okay, are you okay mentally? Like, are you good there too? And that's what my song is about. Like definitely tapping in and not only checking on yourself, but checking on other people too.
So what inspired that song? Did something happen or?
Yes, a lot happened. My sister, she was with an abuser, and as much as I went out there to, get my nieces and nephew when I could and take them out. I didn't really be like, are you okay? Like, because she'll be like, yeah, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. But I didn't know till it was almost too late when she actually told me what was going on. And so she's good now. The kids are good. We just recently got custody of them and everything, and she's about to go to the Army to help her, progress herself.
Oh, she should have went to the Air Force, but go ahead.
She tried.
That test is hard as hell, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I tried that shit.
Listen, I understand. But she's good now. But I think that's definitely where this song came from. Just asking, someone if they are really okay. Because after that, I started asking everybody around me, friends, family. Listen, are you good? Okay, you're not okay. Let's talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, I'll just listen. I'll just be a space for you, but I want you to speak it.
That's important because being in those abusive type relationships, it's hard to, regardless of what type, it's still hard to verbalize at times. And a lot of times you think you're by yourself, So what was that thing that made her finally was able to verbalize to you what's really, really going on?
When she came near death, and her children had to see that. And that's when she was like, okay, that's it. And I knew that day when I went to go get them that, yeah, she's not coming back here. She's ready.
Sometimes is when you have to get to a point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
So you get there.
Right.
So I'm glad that you were there for her. And I'm definitely want to hear this song. Yes.
I do too. That shit sound dope.
I want to hear this song because it's going to speak volumes and speak to a lot of folks.
Yes.
And like you're saying, your music is towards healing. So maybe we can get some healing over here.
I'm a lost soul. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I got you. But that's where, how you said we have to give these gifts back to the world. I had to discover that.
You have a responsibility.
I have a responsibility. I have a responsibility.
Yeah. Now stop being selfish.
Listen, no more.
That's right.
No more.
So on to you, Mr. SeVIIN. Your first song. Why did you choose that as your opening song?
Really, because the beat is hype as shit. Like,
who was your friend with that raggedy?
Yeah. That shit hype. I like that shit. I like that. That's a strong way to start a show off, especially considering where we're going with it. So,
and the name of it?
Heaven and Hell. Heaven in Hell. I keep spelling it wrong on it, but the auto thing. But it's called Heaven in Hell. I wrote that shit a long time. Well, not really a long time. When was that? When did I do My Son? I wrote it the same week I wrote My Son.
Okay.
I wrote it that same week.
That was back in March when you wrote My Son.
That's probably when I recorded it.
Yeah.
It was sometime in December.
Okay.
It was sometime in December. I wrote that shit the same week. And I was going through a lot of shit then too. So that's where that came from. I wrote that shit. That was the quickest song I ever wrote in my life.
So what's the foundation of Heaven and Hell? What's that? What is that talking about?
So my life is hell and I'm trying to create a heaven inside of it. So a lot of people don't believe in the Bible, and a lot of people believe that Jesus and all that, and it was just a story that people can appeal to, right? But I saw this interview by Tupac talking about religion, and he was basically equating how Jesus lived to how we all live on an everyday basis, right? So from that, I created Heaven and Hell and actually got a little bit more descriptive into my actual crucifixion, which I felt like I was being crucified at that time because at the time my mom, my baby moms just got attacked. You know what I'm saying? Same brother tried to attack me, fucked him up pretty bad though, but then he's playing victim, whatever. It was a lot of that shit going on, all this shit happening in front of my kids. I'm trying to get my kids out of there. Niggas are still trying to come at me. And then when I'm not even going that far, but shit got real crazy and it felt like we were attacked.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I was homeless at the time. I ain't had nowhere to stay. You know what I mean? It was a fucked up time period, and it all happened for no reason. In the same way that Jesus was just chilling with his boys, you know, sipping wine, you know, eating bread, and the next thing you know, one of his niggas go betray him, and then boom, he's getting beaten and crucified.
Right.
Same way, it was identical. You know what I mean? So that's how that song came into play, and I never wrote a second verse because I was never back in that mindset no more.
Mhm.
And then that's when Courtney came along. He heard the shit. He was like, "Yo, nigga, oh my gosh, nigga, I need to do something with that." So that's when he came with that because I was never gonna use the song. You know what I mean?
So out of
Mhm.
your songs,
Yeah.
which one of the songs that most describes you or speaks to you or speaks through you?
Mm. I would probably have to say "Battle in Life" because that's the only one that still reigns true.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Now talk about that one.
that one is it's just talking about the constant struggle, you know, you have with, you know, with life back and forth. You know, after fighting for so long, at some point you just be like, you know what, fuck it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I realize I'm fighting to win a war I can't win. You know what I mean? So the only thing I can continue to do is continue to fight, you know. And then I lose. You know, that's the thing about it. People are so focused on winning, no one gives a fuck about who lost. You know what I'm saying? And when I really think about it, when I die, I'm going to lose. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting to stay alive, but I'm going to die regardless.
True.
So why am I fighting so hard? Why not enjoy what I have going on right now? Why not do the best that I can to make sure that my kids have a better life?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the people around me is good. Make sure I'm at least somewhat at peace or content with what's going on, as opposed to continue to fight against everything that's trying to destroy me. I'm no longer going to continue to look at that. I'm just keep looking forward, and that's what that shit is about. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to keep looking forward.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I hopefully I get to perform that song "Soulmate," but that song ain't even true no more. But it's a beautiful song though. It's a real beautiful joint. Yeah,
I feel that. I have some songs too where, like, I don't resonate with them anymore, but I know that somebody out there is going through that.
Right.
So it's like I still have to get it out there.
I wrote the song "Soulmate" about this joint I was in love with. Right. I was mind you, I ain't a lovey-dovey ass nigga, right? But I was in love with this joint. This bitch betrayed me. I mean, stabbed me in the back, pulled the knife up, went into the heart, yanked it out, and kicked it in the trash type shit.
Damn.
Like, she betrayed me. And when I listen to that shit, I'm like, I can't believe I felt this shit for this bitch. Right? No, but when I listen to it, the shit is still beautiful because it's poetry, right? And I didn't mean it at the time. You know what I mean? So
sometimes people are in your life for a season.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it. And so you know you can see the signs so you can go forth and not let that happen again.
Yeah.
Oh, she gonna be back, but this time she gonna get a wild cussing out this time. Like, I'm gonna get real disrespectful. I'm gonna put her in the corner like niggas put me in the corner. That's much I'm gonna violate her. She called me back again.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on from that. So my last question on this. What is the best advice you've ever received, and do you still follow that advice?
The best advice I've ever received is your mindset matters.
Mm-hmm.
Because without the mindset, you're going to fall to the wayside and you're going to be in the cycle. Because there's a lot of people that's walking around here that still asleep.
True.
And they don't know that they have a reason for being here. Because a lot of people think that life is happening to them rather than it happening for them. So they think that I'm just here. Like, oh, it just is what it is. And it's just like, no, there's a purpose. And what you want is the fact that if you can visualize what you want, it's already yours. It's just waiting for you to catch up to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Now, do you follow that advice for keeping your mindset focused on what you really want?
Ever since I heard it.
Okay.
Yes. Ever since I heard it, that's when I started my self-work. And I was like, okay, Okay.
Changing that mindset.
Are you okay, Jamacia? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Let's work it out. If you feeling this, let's work it out. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to be done, or it's just you're gonna continue to feel this way. You
Okay.
know?
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Seven, what's the
Yeah.
best advice you've received, and do you follow it?
Yes and no. I kind of follow this. I don't. This lady named Rachel Andrews. She's like a second mom to me.
Mm-hmm.
She told me, "Heavy is the head of he who wears the crown." Right.
Mm-hmm. What does that
Yeah.
mean to you?
I'm always going to be, which I've always been. I'm always going to be that guy, that frontliner, right? With that comes with all that responsibility comes a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? Which I get a lot of praise for a lot of things that I do, but I also carry a lot that come with it, and I'm always complaining about how much I carry. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing this is just my responsibility. It's on me to step into it, right? And a lot of things I haven't stepping into yet. Is that a word? Stepped. My bad. A lot of things I haven't stepped in. A lot of things I haven't stepped into yet. But heavy is the head of he who wears the crown. If I'm wearing a crown, that means I'm king.
Mm-hmm.
And if it means I'm king, there's a lot of weight to come with that shit.
Yeah.
So I know as much as I talk a lot of crazy shit, and that's my way of releasing. You know what I'm saying? But I talk a lot of crazy shit. I understand reality. I'm not just completely reckless. But I had to get that shit out, or else I will be completely reckless.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to follow that advice, and I just saw she came back in town the other day, and she looked at me and she was like, I was still fucked up, and she told me the same shit again. She was like, "Heavy is the head who wears the crown." She's like, "I'm gonna keep telling you that, boy, until you listen." And I'm like, "I'm listening. I got you."
She basically saying you're a king or you're a peasant. Which one are you gonna be?
Yeah, but I've always been, when you growing up on a block, which is one of the songs I have on there. When you growing up on a block, everybody trying to train you to be a soldier. And you gotta think about that mindset. They want you to be a soldier.
How about you be the king?
That's the point. They don't
Not a pawn.
They don't want you to be that. They want you to be a soldier. So when you hear all these niggas in their song, nigga, I'm a motherfucking soldier. Are you?
How about being the king?
See, that's why she's saying heavy is the head who wears the crown. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get out of that.
Be that pawn?
I gotta get out of that soldier mentality.
Stop being that pawn and be the king.
Do you think that because they have the soldier mentality, that's why they still floating where they are now?
I mean, yeah,
but still level in the same area because they don't have a king mindset.
I mean, to be king, you got to be an individual, and being an individual takes a certain kind of courage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have that courage to be an individual, it's always easy to follow. It's always easy to be a worker than it is to be a boss.
Right.
So, how do you?
But if you know you're not a worker bee, then what you doing?
But see, I know. I learned I'm not a worker after being a soldier. You see what I'm saying? So once you train a certain way, now you gotta get out of those habits. You see what I'm saying? I gotta get out of the habit of thinking that, okay, you know what? I can go and just shoot this nigga in the face and it's gonna be all right. Right?
Okay.
but see,
get out of that habit.
But see, that's what being a soldier teach you. Being a soldier teach you that you cannot be disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Being a soldier means if niggas violate you, you violate them in the most public, in the most disrespectful fashion, as a way for everyone to see.
So what does the king do? Because that's a pawn. Because the king is telling the pawn to go do it. So what does the king do?
The king sit back. The king thinks and reevaluates. Number one, is this a war worth fighting? That's number one. And then number two, if you're going to fight this war, how can you ensure victory? How can you ensure victory? Right? Which is why I told you, I'm not saying I'm going to go wild out and just bust buddy shit up, right?
Yes. Thank you, king.
But I am saying there will be retribution. I just can't tell you when or how it's going to be.
I don't want you to do it. I don't want you to think of it as a king.
Yeah, but the soldier in me is telling me to go fuck this nigga up right now.
But
you see what I'm saying?
Soldier no more.
I know
that you've advanced to the king.
But see, that's my point. It's a process getting out of that mindset. It's a process because like you've been training for so long. Like right now, like all of us, are you left or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
So if you've been writing with your right hand all your life, it's gonna take some time for you to learn how to write with that left.
True.
And that's exactly what this process is like. Learning how to write with the left. You see what I'm saying?
But it's still doable.
It's doable, which is why I'm working progress. I'm working.
I understand.
I'm writing with the left, and I'm doing pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but I still have a lot in me that I need to get out. But
so we just got to keep reminding you, king.
Yeah.
To think as a king.
Which I got a song that goes a lot with what you said, but I only wrote one verse for it because I actually wrote it for another artist. It's called Love Yourself, right?
Yes.
But I'm talking to. You'll think I'm talking to a person, but I'm talking in the mirror. You won't find that shit out till the verse is over. But it's about 18, maybe. No, it's not a full 2 verses. It's like a verse and a half. So I would say like somewhere like 24, maybe.
What?
But I never recorded it. So
Look,
Maybe it's something to still revisit and just what's that guy that sent you that link? Because I thought he was so inspirational. Whatever his name, something pilot, blah blah blah. Where he's talking about suns up. Basically he's always gonna be standing tall because all y'all little peasant, y'all don't matter.
Yeah.
Because he always gonna be standing tall as a king. He didn't use those words, but that's what he's saying. And I had sent him the link and said, man, listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Just as one of those that when you start falling back as that pawn or that peasant, just to remind yourself that you ain't that.
Yeah.
You are that king.
Yeah.
And stand tall in it. So she's been telling you that you're supposed to be out in the front.
Yeah.
Hence.
But I've been frontline as a soldier. That's the problem.
No. She didn't say frontline as a soldier.
No, I said that's the problem. I've been frontlining as a soldier.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
but she's been telling you you're a king. And it's about time for you to believe that too.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I believe it. It's just like I said, you gotta unlearn these bad habits.
That's fine.
Like,
as long as it's always gonna play a part, but you gotta just keep when it start those thoughts come in, you got to just remind yourself, I'm a king.
Yeah.
I gotta do all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you have plans to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Affirmations. Have you tried affirmations?
I've heard of it.
Oh, you should.
I've never gotten into it.
You'll tell yourself every single day, I'm a king. That's what it is. It's speaking to yourself every single day because, your words are powerful. So the more you're speaking it to yourself, the universe is bound to give it back to you,
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're reminding yourself daily of who you are.
Yeah.
So
put that on your mirror when you go in the bathroom. Put that up there.
Yeah.
So when you're up there brushing your teeth, it's reminding you, I'm a king.
I walked into people's apartments and see that's what they are. Yes. Okay, I've seen that. I've seen all the writings on the mirrors and shit. I was wondering why they was doing that. Okay, I see now. Okay.
Yes. It reminds you.
Yeah.
Especially first thing in the morning, that starts your morning off.
Yeah.
Right there in that mirror, like, oh yeah, I am a king. That's right.
Yep. Yeah. I have that, and then I have the kids. They have like a little one at the bottom that they do when they brush their teeth in the morning.
Yeah. See, when you was talking about your sister in her bad situation, it was a guy who used to stay in this complex that I work at, right? And he seemed like a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like a nice guy, but one time we was at the me and my brother was at the liquor store, and his girlfriend pulled up, and she was like joking, like, "Yo, y'all get drunk when y'all get over, ha ha ha." But the way he jumped out the car seemed a little bit of aggressive, right? One day we at the pool, we grilling. It's about 18 of us. We just out there deep, and all I hear is a scratching tire, and then her come flying out the car, boom, dive head first into the curb. Crazy shit, right? So I hop the gate and I go down there and I'm picking the shorty up because the office is still open at the time. I pick shorty up off the ground, picking her shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened? He's sitting there, yo, don't leave that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Yo, son, come on, yo, we gonna go. We gonna walk. We walking. He gets mad, like, oh, you gonna walk with this nigga instead of walking with me? I'm like, nigga, you just threw her out of a fucking car. What do you expect? Nigga, I ain't even talking to you. Nigga, I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up. But my other homeboy, Jabez, just pulled up, boom, pull out a big 45 on this nigga, right? He was like, B, you got a problem? I was like, son, we got a problem. Oh, y'all moving like that? Yo, do we have a problem? Boom. By then, all them other niggas started hopping the fence. Boom, hopped his whip and got the fuck on. Boom, I brought Shorty in the office, right? Made sure she was good, called her family, come pick her shit up. Boom. I thought I did the right thing.
She went right back.
Wow.
Next day, saw at the liquor store, holding hands with this nigga. She saw me and she saw my brother, put her head down. And I was like, yo, we could have killed that buddy. We could have really did him dirty. And David told me that shit. David told me, he was like, yo, B, you should have never even got involved with that shit because she's just going to go back to the nigga, number one. And then number two, had did something to it, she probably going to testify against you like that nigga ain't did shit.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Unfortunately.
Mindset.
And that's when you said that shit, I thought about that shit and I was like, nah. If it happened again today, I'd do it again. You know what I'm saying?
I get
that.
I'd do it again. I can't even lie. I would.
Still do what you got to do.
Yeah, but Buddy almost got smoked. But see, you see
Yeah.
decision making. You see what I'm saying? I mean, see, if I was thinking in the soldier, I would have told you I best go ahead and shoot that nigga or give me this shit and let me blow his shit
But
off.
now you got to think of the king.
thinking that's
So,
it.
I mean, you're going to help because she's a pawn too.
Yeah.
She's not thinking as a queen because she's not feeling that she's worthy.
Right.
But when she get tired of being when she gets sick and tired of being sick and tired, she will move on. Hopefully, you know,
break my
before
heart,
he
though.
does anything where she has no choice.
Oh, but that's I mean, so what ended up happening? He ended up kicking her out and brought a new girl in there. She was on the street. What the fuck? You see what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that shit. But you know, I just thought about that. That shit was fucked up, man. That shit broke my heart, yo.
But you never know. Like you doing that, you might not see it, but you might have altered a course in her life because she always gonna remember that.
Yeah.
You know, even when she do heal herself and she get better, she always gonna be like, damn, like they helped me out. You know, that's gonna add to her wanting to do better for herself. So.
Yeah, I hope she did. I hope she out there doing good right now. I hope she got a man that's taking care of her, you know, doing the right thing. But
yeah,
and I hope the other nigga's dead. But you know, I'm for real. That's some bullshit. Like he could have killed that lady, and we would have just saw it all. Like when I tell you, she came flying out that car and she legit dead head first into the curb.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He could have killed that lady for what though?
That's just what he is on, and he finds the right one because she stayed there, and then next day she's like, "Oh, he loved me."
Yeah,
but that's just a mindset because probably in her life that's all she's seen, and that's what she know is to be loved.
Yeah.
So it's her mindset that she's gonna have to change to know that is not love.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I get it, you know, but you can only do what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you can only do your part.
Yeah, you can only do your part.
Yeah, I mean that shit crazy, man.
It is. But we're gonna move on to some real bullshit. We're gonna get into some real ass question of the day.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Your sister is married to your male best friend. Get it? Your sister is married to your male best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got a couple of kids. They've been kicking it. They've been, 10 toes down for a couple of years. Your sister recently revealed that those kids are not your best friend's kids. Now that's your sister, but this is your best friend.
that is the right one right there.
What do you do? Ooh.
I honestly,
do you stay in it? Do you stay out of it? Or
it's
what
not
do you
my
do?
place. It's not my place to say anything to him, but I'm definitely gonna say something to her and be like, "Yo."
But that's your best friend. Y'all been 10 toes down too. That's almost like your brother. That is your brother.
Yeah, but it's not my place to say something to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say something to her because she's the one who brought me the information, and I'm gonna make sure I encourage her to. All right, you need to handle your business. You need to talk about it. Talk about it. You know, because I feel like people are more afraid to talk about it and to face that they're wrong than to say that they're wrong. So,
agreed. But your best friend gonna come to you. Did you know? And then if you say it, I mean, technically you did know.
You mean you could lie? You
did know. So now So what do you think as far as that?
I would just tell them the truth, and I would be like, I did my part, and I told them that they were wrong, and I told them.
But you supposed to be my brother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know that's coming, right?
Yes, and I'm still your brother. But she brought me the information, and I pushed her to tell you. You're saying if she didn't after I said that, like
right.
she was.
I mean, when he still found
no.
out, and then he's gonna come back to you, and it's like you supposed to be my sister. I'm your brother. We've been together. We not blood, but we're better than blood. Did you know? And then your answer is yes. Then now y'all friendship is forever fucked up. It is. It just is what it is. Something to think about.
What you think about this, Seven? What you think?
Hold on. Let me
need some of your
answer this for y'all.
like...
Let me answer this for y'all. the most important people in that situation is the kids.
Yes.
So regardless of what's going on, these kids need to know who their real parent is. So if my sister did some dirty shit like that to a best friend of mine, will I get in between it? That is a 75-25 that I will. Why? Because I'm a male. I know how shit like that goes. And it's, we were just talking about this the other day, that there should be a law that says that every male, every female, when they have a kid, they need to have a DNA test.
Yeah.
Because there's too many females out here lying to these men, saying that these kids are theirs, and it's not. You seeing it all over YouTube, all over Instagram, all over everywhere, where they're coming out having to find out the wrong ways that these kids are not theirs. So this one dude, 11 years, thought the kid was his, doing everything that he's supposed to do as a man, taking care of the kid. He gets some information off the girl's phone saying that he's not the daddy. So he goes and get a DNA test and it comes out that he's not the daddy.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
But by law, he's still the daddy until that kid is 18 years old. So if he break up with the girl or whatever the case may be, he got to pay child support. They not even going to look or attempt to look for the real father because the girl been saying that this guy is the daddy for 11 years. So that's 11 years of this man's life that he poured out his heart and soul for this kid, not knowing exactly what he's doing to take care of this kid. This dude could be working so damn hard that the skin is coming off his hands. This kid is not his. What do? Emotionally, you stuck because you're gonna always think about that kid.
Yeah,
because you thought that kid was yours, and you've been there for 11 years. For the females that do things like that, what I want to say, I'm not gonna say, but I think that there needs to be an actual law, so that people can actually know their kid is their kid.
But you as the brother, what you gonna do? You gonna tell your best friend?
I'm gonna talk in front of both of them. I'm gonna tell her, look, either you gonna tell them or I will.
That's exactly what my answer will be.
Yeah, either you gonna tell them or I will, and we gonna sit down one day, and I'm gonna make sure that all three of us sitting there, and we gonna get on that conversation. Hey, so I seen this girl, I seen this episode where these two, best friend and sister, they was married and they had kids just like y'all, but the girl didn't have the right baby daddy.
Okay, but this is gonna split your family up because it's gonna split it up.
But see,
in that case, it may. But the kids are more important. If my sister is on her shit, really, she'll know that the kids are more important. So fuck,
you
it
breaking
may
up
fuck
my
up
home, and then the girls, the females are gonna support her.
Okay.
And so you're going to definitely have a divide in your family because now you're going to go against your family. He ain't your blood. I'm just saying this is the shit that's going to come.
And I'm going to say this. Who's important?
Right.
I don't give a fuck about him.
What they don't know won't hurt.
In that situation, I would say, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I give a fuck about my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Find out who their damn daddy is.
I agree. I just know how, motherfuckers gonna come at you.
Yeah.
What you say, 7?
I mean, I agree with Kion for the most part. I mean, let's be clear here, yo. If my sister's doing that, she's a fucking whore. Okay, if she did that, first off, for her to even be dating my best friend, she would have to know off rip. Yo, y'all gotta leave me out of everything. So for you to even fucking come and tell me some shit like that, number one, I'm with it. You gonna have to tell this nigga that you ain't got his babies. And number two, that's some whore thought ass shit you just did. And if I was him, I'll beat your ass. But the fact that you my sister, I'm not gonna let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. That's my mama. Those are the top violations. I got 2 kids. If I ever found out my kids weren't mine and she knew the whole time and she was just on that bullshit, well, you still take care of them anyway. Yo, son, that's a violation of the utmost. So Let's be clear, because I know society is always, there's all this weird shit going on to where you really can't say the truth anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be for real, son. That's some horse shit. Like, you can't be out here fucking mad niggas and you don't know who your baby father is, right? That's not cool. That's number one. And then number two, you got another nigga believing this shit, and his goofy green ass just sitting there doing this shit the whole time. Don't have no idea. And then when he finds out and he reacts,
why he gotta be a goofy green ass?
I mean that in a pitiful way. I don't mean it like in a disrespectful way. I mean in a way like I feel sorry for this nigga. Like, he been doing this shit the whole time, and you sat there and you know this shit's been going on, and then you gonna tell me what the fuck you want me to do with this information? Side with you?
It's been on my heart. It's been on my heart.
Hey, you know what? You better tell this nigga. You know what? You'll bring this nigga in the house, right? Yo, son, listen. This whore got something to tell you. Tell him. Tell him.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Yo, son, listen, she been out there getting fucked by other niggas. She pregnant. When she was pregnant, them babies ain't yours. You can sit there and be a goofy green ass nigga if you fucking want to, but she been out here fucking.
These are your babies. I don't know what he talking
now,
about.
you put your hands on him, I'm about to fuck you up, but listen, go get that shit taken care of. Baby, the DNA test, whatever you got to do that shit, but.
The same thing we was telling him. Now, that's going to divide your family.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay.
I don't care.
It's definitely gonna, everybody gonna weigh in.
Yeah, because you know what's gonna happen. Little Timmy gonna turn into a fucking psycho when he found out that we thought his dad was the whole time wasn't his dad. So now he gonna think the whole world hate him and don't love him, and they've been lying to him his whole life. So what do you want to do? He want to act out, hang in the streets, possibly get clapped up, or get on drugs. There's a lot of scenarios that can play out that way. You know what I'm saying?
Now they're gonna get thrown out. They gotta go live back with your mama.
They can come holler with me. They can come stay with me.
Kids like, you broke up our home. That's my daddy. Where my daddy at?
I'm like, listen, little nigga, you gonna understand when you get older, all right? Right now, you may be mad, but I saved your fucking life. So that's how that shit gotta go.
It's definitely one of those that you have to truly think about because it will be repercussions coming behind there.
I ain't gonna lie, I would be tight if my sister did some shit like that. I would be tight. Like,
it's definitely gonna be some repercussions one way or the other. Because your friend gonna be looking at you like, how long did you know?
Nigga, I just found out. That's how you knew, nigga. Like, if I could have not said nothing at all. So if you want to question some shit, we could do that. Like, should I have shut the fuck up? Should next time some shit go down, should I not tell you for fear that you gonna think I already knew?
That's just like when you get involved with, you see your friend's girl out there cheating, and then she come back and like, that wasn't me, and then they break up, and then it always turns on that third party. I haven't had that happen before though. I've seen my homeboy girl on some nut shit, like with a nigga, whatever, but I ain't say nothing, right? Mm-hmm. The reason why I ain't say nothing because he ain't gonna leave her, right? Because he feel too pride hurt. He feel like she believes another nigga is better than him, so he wanted to prove to himself that he's better than that nigga by making her leave him and fuck with him still. But then he's gonna be mad at me for bringing that shit to light when I'm only trying to look out for your ass, right? Just know when I start speaking to her when she walk up, oh hey Brandon, son, I gotta go, man. When I start doing that shit, know something wrong with her, and figure that shit out. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna tell him. I ain't gonna tell. If I see my man girl doing whatever, I'm not saying shit because them niggas. Like women, I've noticed with women when their girlfriends tell them shit, they believe that shit and they be thanking their girlfriend for that shit and they love that shit, right? I've seen a lot like that, right? This is my personal experience. I've seen a lot, but every time I seen a dude tell his homeboy that, yo, son, your girl is a whore, she out here fucking niggas, man. You gotta leave that shit alone. He end up back with the girl and then stop talking to his man like his man did something wrong. Yeah.
But that's the psychology behind it. You know what I'm saying? Every man wants to feel like the top. And the minute your girl fuck with another nigga, that means she think that nigga better than you. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you gotta feel like you either gotta live with that or you gotta prove to her that, yo, I'm better than that nigga. You got it fucked up. But then when you stay and then it actually end up being that way, then you end up resenting her. You don't even want it no more. Then that's when the abuse starts and the verbal disrespect and all that shit.
Yeah. It is best just to walk away.
Hey.
Do you think that they get upset with you as well because it's like trauma for them to find out that and then having to deal with it too? So then they put you in that trauma circle with them.
Because every time they see you,
because every time they see you, they think about, damn, like he told me. You think that's why?
I mean, it could be, but see, my thing would be like, yo, son, you can either find out from me telling you, or you can find out by coming in your house and you see her suck this nigga's dick. Which way do you want to know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so I weigh the options. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And if I love my man, I'm like, yo, son, listen, yo, I fuck with you, dog. Like, I ain't gonna be as raw. I'm like, listen, man, your girl not right, man.
Yeah.
She's out here. I saw with this nigga. This nigga, I know he's fucking her. You know what I'm saying? Yo, son, you probably should just pack your shit up and just leave, walk away. Don't let it get to a situation to where you come home and you see her doing some shit and then you want to kill her. That's her pussy to give. You don't own that pussy, so you can't be too mad about it. You know what I mean? It's the game we play. If you call yourself a player at any point in your life, you know that this is a part of the game. You want to fuck other niggas' girls, other niggas is gonna fuck your girl. You got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like it, you can't deal with it, get the fuck out the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said it like this: if my man's girl was cheating on him somehow, some way, instead of me telling him, I show him. So you seeing for your own damn self. I ain't got to tell you shit.
Yeah.
But you see for your own damn self that she's doing dirty shit. And then after that, I take my hands off of it.
You know, I actually heard one nigga say, man, but I did my shit too, man. So I guess it's kind of even.
Hey, well,
if
if he say that, then he cool with it. Oh well, I'm gonna shut my damn mouth.
Well, shit, when can I get a turn? That's what I want to know at that point. When can I get a turn? Since you moving like that.
Yo, it's crazy.
Since they being all freaked out, what you want me to do? You know what I mean? Like,
so it's all gay. I mean, shit.
Yeah, you letting other niggas do it. You ain't gonna let your man hit. Come on,
no,
man.
Good. That's when he really gonna be hurt. Is when he see you fucking his girl. That's
I'm
when
gonna look him dead in the eyes too. I told you, nigga. I told you she was a fucking freak.
That's some crazy shit right there.
Crazy shit.
Craziness. All right, that was my real ass question of the day. So let's go ahead on and get into some Black excellence. All right, every week we recognize and celebrate the achievements and contributions African Americans have made to this country. Today we celebrate and wishing a belated happy birthday to Fred Brathwaite, aka Fab Five Freddy. He is an American visual artist, filmmaker, and hip-hop pioneer. In the late 1970s, Freddie became a member of the Brooklyn-based graffiti group, The Fabulous Five, known for painting the entire side of the New York City subway cars, hence the name Fab Five. And Freddie became the bridge between New York uptown graffiti and the early rap scene. Fab Five Freddy was brought to the mainstream America when Debbie Harry, the lead singer of Blondie, gave him a shout out in her hit song Rapture back in 1981. I don't know if y'all remember Blondie. I know you're too young for that. She was, I guess, she was one of the first white girls you ever seen rap because she did rap on her song. But she gave him a shout out for Fab Five. I think he actually did an appearance in our video if I remember correctly. So he went on to become the first host of the groundbreaking hip-hop music video show Yo MTV Raps. He later went on to be an associate producer in the 1991 film New Jack City, in which he also made an appearance, and then for many other films. So today, Fab Five Freddy, we salute you and your contributions to making this country great. So yeah, you remember Fab Five?
I heard the name.
Yeah.
Disgrace.
Youngins.
Nah, listen, when I was coming up, my mom said she was like on the R&B side heavy. Like it was like Jodeci, Boyz II Men, Silk, Ace Towns type shit. The only rap I heard around the house was Tupac. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, Fab Five was before all that. I mean, he was one of the because MTV didn't play black music, anything black, and then Michael Jackson was, I believe, was the one that broke that down, that door. Or is getting in there, and then they only played certain. But then eventually they saw the influence that Urban America, us, had on this music culture. So then that was the first introduction to allowing us to come in by creating Yo MTV Raps. And later on, that was Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. They took over after Fab Five Freddy. And
yeah, I do remember them though.
I think that was it. After
Dr. Drake dead, right?
Huh?
Dr. Drake dead, right?
I don't know. You see Ed Lover every now and then, but I don't know. He could because he was kind of overweight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he did pass away.
Yeah, he was the first Dr. Dre.
yeah, homie was kind of big.
Yeah, he was a bit overweight, so I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, announcements. Night of Expression open mic on September 6th, starting at 7 p.m. Y'all are invited. Come and do one of your songs or something like that, it is open mic. Come on and do through there. We do have a couple of featured artists, and then we open it up to the open mic scene. It will be at Ground and Pound Coffee. Don't get it twisted. They have a whole full bar and food, so don't get discouraged by just coffee. They good, nice, quaint, small, and very intimate. So I really like it. So yes. And of course, we have our first night of expression showcase, September 16th, starting at 7 o'clock. And of course, we got two amazing artists that's going to be on the stage
Indeed.
here today. So, and then also performing will be Free Will. Um, whew, I had a brain blank. Janae Music, and I added Swift Notes. So she already up there with you.
He told me he was geeked about that too. He was like, "Yo, I'm on it, son. I'm on it." I was like,
Since he already there, might as well.
yeah.
So tickets are only $10 in advance, $15 at the door. So go to terradomeentertainment.com/events to get your tickets. And that is our show. So before we close, let's go ahead and pay some bills. So here's a word from our sponsor, Terradome Entertainment. All right. Shout out to Dude over there, producer extraordinaire for some of those beats. If you have any questions or comments, email us at info@terradomeent.com. That's info@terradomeent.com. Final words, DJ Talented.
Final words is make a law that makes it so where parents will know that they are the child's father and mother. People lie a lot. People fuck a lot. People cause drama a lot. So make that a law that everybody can know who their real child's father is. Just say it like that.
All right. Miss Jamacia J.
Yes.
Final words.
Work on self-mastery. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna give you some claps for that one.
Thank you.
7. Final words. What do you got for us?
Some of y'all niggas still gotta see me. Nah.
Okay, listen, I was like,
nah, just shit. You know, I'll just work on unlearning the bad behavior, man. That's all I can tell you. You know, work on unlearning that shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Real last quarter today. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up and not realizing how close we were to success. Victory is always possible when you refuse to give up. You need me? I'll drop my mic right now.
We'll give you some claps because we ain't got that sound effect yet.
All right. Join us live every Saturday at noon for the Power Hour with the Real As People Society crew here on Terradome Entertainment Radio, and catch the replay of this show and others on terradomeentradio.com or on all your major podcast apps. You can hit us up on IG at powerhour_raps_crew. I am your president, Ms. Entertainment. You can contact me at MIZZ_entertainment_ATL or powerhour_raps_crew. And my chief entertainment officer,
DJ Talented _1 on Instagram.
Miss Jamacia J. How can people get in touch with you? Follow you?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at _JAMECIAA.
All right. Mr. 7.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, 7 SEVIIN_Moet, like the champagne.
All right.
Yeah.
As always, I'll leave you with this. Be kind to each other. Love one another. Keep God first. Thank you for joining. Stay safe, and we're out.
Yes.